What's up YouTube? Georgia Silver Hunter back, and today we're doing our normal $1,000 half dollar hunt. Now, those of you that come to the channel often, you know what we're doing, but if you're new, let me explain it really quickly. I order boxes of half dollars from the bank. They come in just about every week, and we go through them looking for mint errors, varieties, and that precious 40 and 90% silver. So that's enough about what we're doing here. Let's jump into the rolls. Now, I do like to open the first 5 to 10 rolls on camera just so you guys can see these are normal bank wrapped rolls, and it gives us an idea of what these rolls are going to look like probably throughout most of the box. And we are still dealing with the crappy new Brinks paper. We are going to see a lot of 2023 Philadelphias that we'll be checking for the double die obverse. That's a mint error where we got some doubled lettering. And if we find one, I'll bring you in and we'll cover what it is and what it's worth on the microscope. And this paper is truly terrible. So we're going to open these a different way here in just a second because we hate this new paper. And we're just looking at the edges for super gray or silvery looking edges because that's the easiest way to find silver in a roll of half dollars. This is the other way to do it. It's a lot faster. I don't like it as much. We got there is a 74 and something kind of green. It is a bicentennial. 1996. That looks like a Denver. All right, that was roll number 3. Looks like we've got some cracked rolls. So this box may have been dropped at some point. So shiny edges, lots more 2023s. Looks like Philly again. Now, I will be going back through these rolls one at a time, looking for, like I said, double die obverses, double die reverses, if there are any, and anything interesting like stickered coins or hold coins. And there I go making a mess. I do have a document in the description down below the video that outlines all the things you can look for in half dollars if you're interested in trying this out on your own. We've got a whole lot of nothing, another 1974, and what's probably a bunch of new 2023s and 2024s. All right, well, let me get back through these. I'll bring you in when we find something cool. Well, I said I'd bring you in if we found anything cool, and we didn't find anything at all. So let's hope box number 2 treats us a little bit better. Well, just like that, we are through box number 2 as well, and I didn't bring you in simply because I only had one find in the hunt. And it was this NIFC, not intended for circulation, 2009 Denver, that's seen quite a bit of circulation. Now, not intended for circulation means exactly what it sounds like. You'll see over here in Redbook, I went ahead and pulled it up, the 2009 Denver only had 1.9 million minted. These were basically minted for, coin collectors and to be sold as special rolls through the US Mint website, stuff like that. And you'll see here D, not issued for circulation. So, these are the kinds of things for new coin roll hunters. They're fun to find. They're great for doing your, finishing out your collection. But when you've been doing this as long as I have, you've seen a million of these. So this one's going back to the bank. And I'm not going to put this video out just yet. I'm going to wait for my next 2 boxes to come from the bank, and we're going to tack them on right here. So it's only been a few seconds for you, but it's literally been over 2 weeks since I was able to get some half dollars from my local Fifth Third bank. The reason being partially I was out of town. The other part was they skipped my deliveries for at least one of those 2 weeks. So we actually got some more boxes today. So we're going to add on at least 1 or 2, possibly 3, until we find something of interest. Now I say that because if we find a lot of good stuff in this box, we'll end it here. If we don't, we're just going to keep on adding boxes. So let's jump into box number 3. So I'm going to open up, say, 3 rolls on camera. I may film more, but if we don't find anything through these first 3 rolls, I'm going to go ahead and go off camera and just bring you in once we do find something. Just simply to keep this down because I don't know how many boxes we're going to end up going through. And as you can see, we're still struggling with this crappy paper. I know I've brought it up at least in my last couple of hunts, but I'm really getting sick of it. Now, I will say in this box, I noticed a lot of really nice 2021 Philadelphia Enders. So this may be, I won't say a collection dump, but definitely this is going to be littered with a bunch of brand new 2021s. Now, that's a 2023 Philly. There's our edges, lots of 1980s. 1990, and again, we are mainly looking at those 2023 Phillies. Here we go with roll number 3. And very similar looking edges. 2021 Philly, 2021 Philly, 2021 Philly. So you guys get the picture. So let me get through some more rolls. Hopefully we find something in this box. If not, we may get right to the end of this and jump into box number 4. Now don't get excited. We're up here on roll number 39, and we did come across back-to-back NIFCs. Nothing very special here. We've got lots of circulation marks. I'll put the mintage on the screen, but we got a 2020 Denver, last year of the NIFC, not intended for circulation, and a much better looking 2020 Philly. Other than that, it's been a really, really slow hunt. Tons and tons of 2021s and 2023s. But we'll put these aside as finds and keep on hunting. Well, we finished box number 3, and all we found were those two 2020 NIFCs, the Philly and the Denver. But you know what that means? It means it's time to get into box number 4. All right, well, like we usually do, let's go ahead and get a couple of rolls open here on camera just to see how the new box is looking. Again, this paper has not been real good to me. It's been a little bit painful to get off. It's just got a nice bicentennial there. We got a lot of shiny stuff in here. 2023 Philly, 2001. Just check one more. 2001 Denver with some Ring of Death. Let's check out roll number 2. Decent looking 83 and another 2001. So we'll have a little 2001 dump. I see some other 2021s and 2023 Phillies in there. 2023 Philly there. So that last box was a lot of 2021 and 2023. So not too exciting, honestly. That was kind of a big, thick edge. That's probably a mint set coin. That's a 1981. You see that big old thick orange edge on that guy. Let's go ahead and do rolls 4 and 5 since I got you here. (2001) Denver. And roll number 5. Okay, more nothing. So we're going to go ahead, go off camera. We'll keep hunting and hopefully bring you in before we get to the end of the box. So we were getting through rolls 11 through 15 and bringing you in here on roll number 12, and we've found something finally that's kind of interesting and something that's actually got a little bit of value behind it. The 1982 Philadelphia. It is a well-known fact that there is a no FG, or where the reverse is missing the engraver's initials. This comes from over-polished dies to where the engraver's initials are completely missing on the reverse of the coin. And I'll just grab another decent-looking coin here off the rack, like the 1994 here. And you can see very clearly that there is an FG here in the crook of the leg. And in our 1982, it is missing. Put that under the scope just to get a closer look, just to show you guys that it is in fact missing. And I'm going to raise the coin a little bit just to make sure we have some shadows going here. There is literally nothing there. So what I want to do is get you over to the computer, show you what this thing's going for on eBay today. And we can talk a little bit more about it. But at the end of the day, I do think this is a great coin to find. I love these things. I do hang on to most of them. I typically don't sell them, but I do like to talk about the value because a lot of people ask me, why do I look for these things? Why don't I just look for silver? And you'll see why in just a second. All right, well, I've gone ahead and pulled up eBay and done a search for the 1982p no FG $half. And this has been filtered on only sold listings. Now, you will see in an AU58 in a holder, it only got $25 with free delivery. I honestly think this person got a little bit the short end of the stick on that one because you can see just below it a raw 1982p, so raw means without the PCGS grading and holder, got $21 with $5.50 in shipping. Here's one where they got $14.99. Here's a $9.99 plus $5.50 in delivery, $8.50, $13.50, $20. So you can see this coin is a little bit all over the place. I know personally if I were to list this, I would be in that kind of $15 to $25 range just to see if I could get any bites. And that's what I would do with it today. I have sold 1982p no FGs on eBay. It's been a very long time since I've done it. But obviously, the nicer the condition, the better price you're going to get on the coin. And don't be surprised if you find one and list it if you do have to wait for a good long while because not everybody's looking for these. Not everybody wants one. So you're going to have to find the right buyer. But this is kind of where I would be if I were trying to sell this on eBay. So at a bare minimum, I would say this is a $10 coin to call it a 21, which I think is a great find because a 90% silver $half is only worth about 11 or 12 bucks. So this variety is actually worth as much or more than a 90% silver. Now bringing you over here to PCGS just to show you that the 82p no FG is recognized by them. In a MS60, they're saying in a holder really is only worth about 28 bucks. So if you get, 20, 25, 30 bucks on eBay, you're doing great. If you could find one of these things in pristine condition, graded at MS67, one of those sold at some point in our history for $3,500. And this is why I always keep my eye out for these varieties. Worst case, you find something low on this end, but who knows, one day you might get lucky and find something in that MS65 or higher and get a real gem on your hands. So with that, let's get back to the hunt. So we're getting towards the end of this. I'm actually getting through roll number 45, and I'm just bringing you in because as you can see up here, I've found a number of NIFCs, and we've got two of them here back to back in roll 45. We got a really nice looking 2006 Philly, just gorgeous coin. NIFC, not intended for circulation, and we've got its partner, a Denver. Now, this was not a surprise because along the way, we have found 5 Phillies and 5 Denvers. If I'm doing the math right there, maybe it's 6. It doesn't really matter because we found a whole bunch of them. The mintage on these guys is really low. I think like 2.4 million for the Philly and 2.0 million for the Denver. If not, I'll put it on screen if that's wrong. We did also come across a 2013 Denver along the way. But I would still much rather have our no FG over all these NIFCs all day. I'm going to go ahead and get through these. Hopefully we find something here in the last 5 rolls. If not, we're going to go ahead and do a real quick wrap up. And we're going to call it a video here because we at least have a few things to talk about in this one. So let's get to these last 5 and call it a quarter rolls. Well, that does it for box number 4. And to recap all 4 boxes, we didn't have a whole lot to show for it, but I've talked about this one quite a bit through the video. Really excited to find the 1982 Philly no FG. Now, we did get that under the scope, and we talked about the value a little bit earlier in the video. So if you want to see that, make sure you head on back through. Probably about halfway through the video, it's there. We did find a ton of 2006s, both Philly and Denver in this last box. I think we had 2, 4, 6, 7 of the Phillies and something like 10-ish of the Denvers. We also came across a 2013 Philadelphia. In box number 2, I'm trying to remember, maybe it was box number 2, we had a 2009 Denver, and we also came across this 2020 Philly and this 2020 Denver. So that was all of our finds throughout these 4 boxes. This is starting to be more and more like a typical hunt. We found no silver in this one. I've been struggling to find silver this year. As a matter of fact, I've been struggling to get boxes of halves all together this year just due to my schedule and the fact that the bank has been real wonky about getting boxes. I drove around to banks today and literally no one had boxes of pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters. They all had customer wrap change, but no full boxes that I could buy. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and end it here. I do have, I think, 1 or 2 more boxes from the bank that I picked up that I'll start a new video on. But I did want to end it here just to get something out because it's been a good long while since I've gotten a video out to you guys. So if you enjoyed this one, let me know. Drop on down below. Click that like button. Leave me a comment. Share it with your friends if they enjoy coin roll hunts. If you're new to the channel, make sure you do click on that subscribe button and then click on that notification bell so you get notified each and every time I release a new video. Special shout out to all you channel members that are still supporting me, even with the reduced amount of content. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. One of the big perks you get is you do get to see my videos just a little bit early, and you usually get to be the first ones to comment on it. And I try to respond to all your email and all your comments, but I do the best I can. So with that, I did pick up about $350 worth of customer wrap change today. Hopefully we'll get into that over the weekend as well. So with that, I hope you're all doing well. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.